And we're back! Welcome back, all you crazy people. It's me, DragonWolf, but you can call me Dragon, of course. And we're back with a little one-on-one with DragonWolf. Oh my goodness, my hair. Why is it so low? Why is it looking so flat? Oh, I'm getting old. Damn. Well, yes. I do turn 40 this year, but you know what? That's neither here nor there. All right. Guys, we're back and we're in the tool shed. Tool shed of pain. That's right. I remember. I think I called it that last time. All right, we're in the tool shed of pain, guys. So what am I discussing? Today's Wednesday. And on Sunday we're gonna have a new Street Beefs event in Virginia, and I'm gonna be going because it's in the last event. It's in the last location, which you know what? I'm still dealing with my injury. I'm quite convinced that I can still compete, and even if I can't make a fist with my left hand, I'm sure that I can open palm strike people. I'm sure I can do that. I mean, I don't think that there's anything illegal about that in MMA. And honestly, if anything, I'll be using my wrestling mostly in an MMA fight. I think for right now, it's kind of the way to go. Seeing as how I'm not properly trained up, I think I can. I have a natural scrappy wiriness to my wrestling game. It would actually be really nice to test myself against someone that can wrestle very well. I would definitely be down for that. Guys, if you haven't already, gotta go over to Instagram. You gotta find the official Street Beefs, and if you scroll through just enough, you'll see someone choking the life out of somebody. That's your boy. That's me. Man, listen, I gotta give all the men. I gotta give the credit to Sanchez, man. He's a good guy, man. He really is a good guy. I was there. I was very nervous. I was all by myself. I was all alone. Um, I had nobody to corner me or anything like that. They asked everybody, "Hey, welcome whoever just came in. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. You already know what to do." When I got into the ring, because what they do in the beginning, so this is my experience. I'm gonna discuss exactly what I experienced when I first arrived at the Street Beefs event. Okay, my first time being there. So I'm driving. Of course, 25 minutes later, I'm on some. Hey, welcome everybody who just joined. Uh, 20 minutes, like 25 minutes later. Yo, what's up? I don't even know how to say that name. Gecenin. All right. I'm just talking to myself. I'm talking to me, just me. But talking to the people. Listen. So after 25 minutes, I leave my house. Yo, what's up, Russia? Wow, what's up, boy? Russia. I don't know what kind of letters those are, but that's not English. Hey, buddy, can you start painting like dog? Panting like dog? No, thank you. I'm sorry. I won't do that. Listen. So, I pull up to the fights, right? So, what the thing is, you're driving for 25 minutes, and then all of a sudden the GPS says, hey, take a right down this road. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I actually saw another car make a right down, like, off this, like, 3-lane road. It's 3 lanes, right? Hey, what's up? What's up, Khan? From India. That's what's up. I pull off of the road and I start following this car, right? I'm behind this car. And I start to realize, like, wow, wait a minute. This road goes, like, very, very deep into the woods. Like, I'm going very deep in the woods. Like, and it goes back for at least 1 mile. At least 1 mile. And if you've never driven your car 1 mile into the woods, man, I'm telling you, it feels like forever. It feels like most people's driveways. I've been to a lot of people that live out in the middle of the woods, and their driveway might be maybe a quarter of a mile. I've seen a really long driveway that's maybe like a quarter of a mile, right? But not like an entire mile. Like it was crazy to drive that far back into the woods, and I was like, "Oh man, this is getting weird now. This is weird." But then we were passing other. Then all of a sudden, you see all these people's houses, and you start passing like driveways and stuff, and then you see that it kind of goes up, and there's other houses, there's other pathways, but then it ended. All of a sudden, it ended, and I look to my right, and you can see two rings, man. And that to me, I was like, oh, and it was octagons. It was octagons made of steel cage, with wood at the bottom, that old school kind of street beefs type thing. They this year, just now, between last event and now, they just built somebody. Oh man, I'm so sorry, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. He single-handedly built a kickboxing ring, which is amazing. He put the cement in the ground himself. He put pillars deep down in the ground. I think like maybe either 3 or 6 feet. I think he dug them like 3 feet deep. I think that's the standard. And he filled it with cement, and he had the pole in there. It was insane. It looks insane. He has the ring all set up. It looks pro. Mwah. Shout out to him, man. Um, but that was before that, so it was just the two rings. So I pulled up, and immediately I see how many cars are there, and I'm like, wow. I thought I was getting there maybe a little early. I got there maybe like an hour early, and there was mad people there. Like there had to have been people there from sun up. Had to be. There had to be people there probably before the sun was even up. And yeah, man, one of the first few people that I met was Sanchez. It was him and his cousin, and they said that they had caught a flight from Texas, man. They actually caught a flight from Texas. That was like huge respect to me. I was like, man, I'm really going out of my way making this half an hour drive. I really felt lucky. I really felt blessed because my entire life, anything like this has always been way too far out of my reach. Like, I don't have money. I don't have, you know, gas to put in my car to make it to the fight. I don't have that. So, um, it was really nice that like there was an event like this that was very close to my house. I've always grown up pretty much on the poor side, so you know, man, gas for a car is like gold. We might as well be living in Furiosa times, Mad Max. But I did what I had to do. I made sure that I had enough gas, and I made it out there, and it was really nice. As soon as I got there, I parked my car. Um, I saw how many vehicles were there, and I'm gonna park next to this tree right out front, like right in the front of the parking lot. Cause if anything pops off, I could be, if I get to my car first, I can be the first person. Shoot, I'm the first one right there at the entrance. I was like, psh, that's how I do, man. So I parked my car. I backed in. I made sure that I could drive straight out, and then I set everything up. I got my dog out of the car. I took Renfield. I tied him up, and I had him on a leash. Uh, I had some water there for him. I had a lot of water. I had plenty of water. And you know what? This year I'm probably gonna have more water than that. I want to have plenty of water. I remember people asking me for water, and because I had a big jug, and I let them get some water. That was a good feeling, man. I remember um, cornering people. There was a lot of people there that didn't have a corner, and that made me feel like, man, I want to do something and just be like an alternate, just a corner that's always in one corner. Just gonna be cornering people that don't have a corner. If you got a corner, you don't need me. It's all good. I understand. Um, but yeah, what else? So when you first get there, I walked up and I parked my car, got my dog set up, I put the water up, I did everything I needed to do, and then I started walking around. I just wanted to get a feel of my surroundings and water. 8 to 10 liters of water every day. That's awesome, man. That's what I'm talking about. Man, look, dude, these big things. I try to drink one of these a day. So this is, what does it say here? What does it say? 101 fluid ounces. 101 fluid ounces. If not 50 ounces, I will get 101 fluid ounces. It's either half or all. Sometimes it depends on how I'm feeling that day. That's just how I've been. That's like how regular I am with that, kind of hydration. I can tell it's either half or all. And if I stop drinking this, man, I can strip a lot of weight real quick. So I think, weight dropping wouldn't be anything for me if I start doing if I start an MMA career. But I float around 160 pounds. Look up for Auroville in, oh wow, India. Google it. Okay, all right, yeah. Um, I float around between 165 and, which I really don't ever get up to 165 anymore, but 165 to 155, I'd say. My weight just kind of always is naturally all around there. I think right now, if I had to weigh myself, I'd say I'm around 157 right now. So I'm not a naturally heavy guy at all. I'm 5 foot 9. I almost said 7. 5 foot 9. Um, I wish I was a little bit tall. I wish I was a baller. That would be really nice. But I'm actually kind of glad. I actually like fighting taller, bigger guys. I like fighting bigger dudes. To me, I mean, especially the bigger that they are, the much slower. And man, a great advantage in that, fighting on the streets. But like, I just realized, going in there. Well, look, I'll explain all that later. But let me say that when I first got in there and I got my dog settled, I started walking, and everyone was so nice, man. Everyone was like surprisingly very, very like. It felt like, well, you know what it felt like. It felt like the first Fast and the Furious movie. Like when you go to like a car meet and everyone's showing off their cars and everyone's like mingling and interacting with each other. It was one of the very few times in recently that I was in a place where everyone was like really getting along and was just happy to be there. Everyone seemed so appreciative to be there, and that was really great for me. Um, Everyone was really, really nice. I had a girl that offered to watch my dog for me, and I put him in a sling, and she put him around her neck. She walked around and introduced him to everybody. It was really great. I can't thank her enough. I really wish I knew her name. She had great red hair. I'm sure she'll be an icon someday. I know. This whole Street Beefs things will blow up, and this will be all of a part of history, man. I'm telling you, this will all be a part of history. But I started walking around. I eventually just was like talking to people, and they were like, "Hey, look, we gotta go." I was standing there, and literally, I think Sanchez started speaking to me, and talking to an MMA prodigy. That's brilliant. Hey, man, I don't know if I'm an MMA prodigy. I'd like to give it a try. Hey, I'm getting old. I'm trying to try it out before I die. I'm turning 40 this year. That's right. I'm turning 40 in October 4th. I'm turning 40. So I can't let all this go to waste. I gotta try something. I gotta see, man. I gotta see what's going on. I've always felt that it was in my genes, and but thank you very much for those great compliments. But I'm sitting there and I'm standing and I start talking to him, and he tells me, "Hey, I just flew here from Texas," and I'm like, "Jesus, like, oh my God, like." Wow. And he was like, "Yeah, man, hey, you want to fight?" Or he asked me literally before we even got into the ring. He's like, "How much do you weigh?" I told him I weigh like 160. He was like, "You want to fight?" He was like, "Oh no," he didn't even say that. Like we knew each other, we were talking, and then they said, "Hey, everybody, guys, whoever wants to fight today, you get in. If you want to fight MMA, you go to this side of the ring. Whoever wants to fight boxing, you go to that side of the ring." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I got in, and I think they did it like weight classes first. So he called like, "Oh, everybody that's fighting for 150, go to this side of the ring for MMA. Everyone fighting at 150 that wants to do boxing, go to that side of the ring." So I got in there. I got in the MMA. He was standing next to me, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "You want to fight, man? Do you want to fight?" Because they turned to us, and they're like, "Hey, guys, You guys figure it out. Everybody over here, if you want to fight in MMA, if you got a mouthpiece, you got a cup, then and gloves. You were supposed to have gloves. I didn't have none of that. I had none of that. And I was like, yeah, I got that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Um, he was like, look, you guys just pair up and you guys let me know what the matchups are later. Like, they didn't even want to do nothing. They didn't want to process nobody. They didn't want to know your name. I thought they were going to go through, like, I sent them my name, the name of people that I had planned that were going to come with me, and these people bailed on me. They didn't care. It was a free for all. They were just like, hey, let us know who's going to fight. So he turned to me. He's like, hey, you want to fight? You want to go? Like, me and you? And I was like, yeah, I was like, what? Like, okay, all right, okay. Like, I was really in my shell, man. I was really in my head, and my first experience there at Street Beef, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit like, just shocked, you know. I was just shocked. I felt it. I felt because I was there alone. I felt stupid mosquitoes. I felt we're in the shed. We're in the shed of pain. I'm not whooping nobody. These mosquitoes are whooping me. That's why it's the shed of pain, man. I got bumps all over my forehead, man. I feel like I've been pieced up, dude. I feel like they're hitting me with jabs. They sticking me. Ow, dude. And my ankles, dude. My ankles are lit up. They're too small. They're tiny. I can't even. Where are they, dude? Anyways. But yeah, so he's like, you want to fight? And I'm like, yeah, man, let's fight. Let's go. Let's do it. That'll be great. Like, to me, I was like, this is the ultimate, like, Fight Club experience. Like, where was this when I was 18 years old? Watching Fight Club the movie over and 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 over. Like, where was this? You know, but I was eternally grateful. I was very happy, you know. So he was like, come on, let's go. So what you do after that when you figure out who you're going to fight, you go over to this table and you stand in line, right? And it was a long line. I was like, oh, dang. I wish I'd have gotten in line faster. I think I'll challenge someone from the line this time. I think I'm just going to get in line and be standing there and be like, you want to fight? You! You know, just call somebody out. I don't know. Just try it. I don't feel like waiting that long, man. We waited out in the sun. We just sit there and all you can do is wait. You wait for your turn, and she asks you what your name is. She asks you what your opponent's name is. You know, both of you guys. She tells you you guys are we were the 13th fight. Well, we were like something like 40th fight, but she said, you know what? We had some people that dropped out. They're the 13th fight. You guys are the 13th fight. I was like, okay, well, hell, shoot. Yeah, let's do it. I get to fight earlier and watch some fights. Yeah, I got you, you dirty. Anyways, yeah. So I was like, okay, that's great. I went and I started watching the fights. And literally, as I'm watching the fights, I found like this chair. And I was like, oh, okay, this chair. So I went over and I just started standing on the chair because I want to look over the. If I'm this close, I want to see the fight. So I stood up on top of the chair. And I was like, hey, look at this. I can look down and I'll have like a cameraman's view into the fighting ring. It's amazing. And they had like this big wooden structure, right? Where like they climbed up and yeah, got you fool. Pah! Fireworks. I hear fireworks. 4th of July is coming, baby. Happy 4th of July to all my people out there. America! Independence Day! I'm from America. I was born in America. Now I'm a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. Yeah! Of every American. Born American. I'm sorry. I'm incredibly based. I'm sorry. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. Oh, I almost. Oh, I don't want to. I'm gonna put that down now. Wait. Ow! I got myself. I felt the electricity it went right through my finger. Okay. Yeah. So the experience was great. once I did that, I was standing up and I could see into the ring, and I realized, oh snap! Like at the end of the round, dude comes over, like straight over to like right where I'm at, and I'm like, oh okay, this is the cage door, and I was like, oh snap! I'm standing on this whatever corner it was. I'm standing on his chair. Like that's the guy's chair. He's supposed to sit down between rounds, and I was like, oh snap! Okay, so I just started immediately like doing the corner thing. I was like, what? Here, you want water? You need water? There was a towel. I don't know where I got the towel. I had water. There was a water on the ground. I picked up the water. I was using the water. I was like, what's up? Are you okay? You all right? I'm like, oh yeah, look, you're doing good. I started trying to think of something and try to give him a little advice. The guy, turns out the guy didn't have a corner. Or actually, I think he did have a corner, so I let his corner talk to him. But then there was a few people after that they didn't have a corner. They had no one, so I tried to like really pay attention, try to give really good corner, like advice, and I cornered a few people. I cornered at least like 3 or 4 people altogether. I think so, I believe. And then my fight kept getting closer and closer, and the thing was that the person that I had fought, Sanchez, he actually had a flight that he had to get on by 4:30, I believe, something like that. And they were very close to the airport. Like it was really insane. I was like, God, you guys are dedicated. This is amazing. So we were trying to kind of sneak his fight in there before he had to go, and luckily we got in there. We got in there in the Instagram cage. The Instagram cage is pretty much the apex, you know, the apex center for if it were UFC terms, you know what I'm saying. Um, After that, we did the fight. We got it done. I didn't have a mouthpiece. Like where I got my mouthpiece from was, I don't know if you guys see. Like, look, if you check it out, you go to Streets right now, you'll see a guy with some parachute pants on, a white dude with a ponytail, a yoga master ponytail, okay, and a mouthpiece that covers his lips. That guy is absolute dangerous. All the muscles. That guy. I believe his name is uh, Legolas, Sensei Legolas, or something like that. I believe Legolas. Bro, my man's Legolas. Dude, that was one of the most vicious spinning heel kick knockouts, like the most vicious any kind of knockout I've seen live ever. Ever. Like it was truly devastating. Truly devastating. Truly devastating. I don't know. Was I? No, I was cornering. That's the thing. The guy that Legolas was fighting, I was in his corner. I was in the opposite guy's corner. So the guy that was in my corner, I was cornering the whole time. I think it was in the 3rd round that he got knocked out. So there was at least 2 times that the guy was in the corner. And I was like, you're doing good. You're all right. This guy, he's got to out wrestle him. I'm trying to give him advice. Dude ends up getting, rocked to the liver, lurches backwards, and then Legolas comes forward with the spinning heel kick, kill shot. Dude, and I was just like sitting there like, I started jumping. Like if you watch the video, you can see someone jumping above. I was jumping over the ring. I was like, oh my God! And that's the guy that was in my corner. Like, I don't know. I was just a spectator at that point. I mean, he turned me into a fan quick. Like, that guy is awesome. Shout out to Sensei Legolas. I believe that's his name. I don't want to say it wrong, but I know Legolas was the last part of his name. I can't remember the first part. But, yeah, man. I was like, damn. That's the highlight knockout I was looking for, man. I said, all right, fine. I'll have the submission of the day. Fine, I'll do it. I'll have the submission of the day. I'll take it. Fine. No, man, I'm not. I'm kidding. What I did was I cornered people until it was my turn to fight, and then we got into the ring. And we went at it, and the thing is like, I don't know. There's a certain level of violence when you're fighting on the streets. It's just like it's survival, like you feel like you're really surviving to survive. Like you're trying to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? And but not there. Not at. It just didn't. I didn't get that feeling fighting at Street Beefs. It felt too safe. It felt too cool. It felt everyone was too nice. It was Fight Club, but not as intimidating. It was Fight Club, but like one big happy family. It felt like they had a tough man competition at an ICP Juggalos the Gathering. It felt like they had a boxing match at the Gathering. That's what it felt like. I can't fight my family. I can't fight people that I'm cool with. When I fight, it's survival. I'm fighting to not die. I'm trying to stay alive. Look at those knuckles. You see the size of those knuckles? I didn't want to, man. I got in there with Sanchez, and I was like, man, I don't want to hit this guy. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy, and he had the balls to call me out. Like I like him. I like this dude. I didn't want to fight him. I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to punch him. I don't know if you notice. I don't think I threw one punch at him, man. Because I just didn't want to do that to him. I just didn't. Man. He's a good guy. He hit me hard. He hit me hard on the side of the head, and I was like, okay, well, I got to end this. He kicked me in the stomach. I caught the kick. I did an inside leg trip. What happened? He started to stand up, but as he stand up, I said, I'm going to throw you off your balance. I saw him post his hands, all of his weight on both hands, and I said, no. I'm going to remove your balance from you. So I grabbed him by the ankle and I pulled his ankle out from under him. I caused him to fall forward. And then I started to wrap my arm around his neck. I bent down and I put my arm around his neck, but he turned away from me, which basically tightened my arm around his neck. Which, man, I meant to start going over that with him. I wanted to really just start drilling takedowns and submission defense after that fight, but I was just like, it was all so new to me, I'd never done that to somebody and been so close or cool to them, like it was, I don't know. I mean, on the streets, yeah, you do that, and even if you're cool, you're just like, yeah, whatever, F that guy, but I don't know. That's not how I felt. Not that day. Not that night. But, yeah, I'm eternally grateful. I had another fight after that, but this guy saw me coming a mile away. He saw my performance against Sanchez. He was like, I'm going to kick this guy's ass. But I survived. I survived 3 rounds. I was just exhausted. I was so tired I threw up. It's like kind of a bum loss, but I lost in kickboxing. Still, my MMA record is 1-0. That's all I care about. I'm coming July 6th, this Sunday. I'm going to be fighting. You need to be watching. I'm going to be you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming from the fights on July 6th. You need to be watching. You need to be telling your friends, hey, we got the best interviewer in the house. And look, whether I'm there at the stream or not, I'm going to have the streaming and running 24 hours, right? The entire time that I'm there. At least I'll be there at least 10 hours, maybe. At least I believe. I'm planning on getting there very early, right? And I can't take the camera with me. So what they were letting people know, they were saying, listen, guys, there's no cursing, there's no recording with your camera, there's no drinking, no drug use, no smoking cigarettes, none of that. There's none of that. There's no nudity. You can't have none of that because they're trying to put everything on YouTube. And, look, you can't just be using this content for your own content. This is Street Beefs, man. They have their own channel. They're a business. They're trying to do what they do. I completely and absolutely respected that. But they said, hey, if you want to do something apart from this, if you want to go buy your car, you want to record, you want to, take pictures and stuff like that, and whatever. And they said, if you want a picture with anybody or you want to take a picture somewhere, you just ask anybody and, you get permission. We're more than happy to, approve it. And they did, And when my biggest flaw, my fatal mistake, I shouldn't have taken, you know what, this guy, he had some Korean barbecue tacos. He was giving them away for free. This guy, he had a fighter. He was there with a fighter that had fought Mirko Krokop, I believe, and and either Gerald Mershart or no, not Gerald Mershart. Oh, I see his face in my mind. He's got a beard. He's a white guy. Oh, he's a beast of a wrestler. Oh man, I'm so sad I can't remember his name. My bad. I'm so sorry, but he fought Mirko Cro Cop and the guy that I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh. I used him so much in UFC 2, EA Sports UFC 2. I just used to destroy dudes online with him. It's an American guy. I am a real American. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be going out there. I'm going to be representing for the people out there, okay? For those who can't fight for themselves, for those that have nothing. I'm fighting here with nothing. This is where I train. This is my training zone, okay? So I'm going out there. I'm resting on my own laurels. I'm not trained up properly. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not trained up properly. I'm not even, my yoga routine ain't even on point. I'm not even properly stretched out. But I'm going to go out to that fight. I'm gonna go out to those fights. I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna come back with another win for the people in MMA. Okay, and I'm gonna stick to one fight. One fight a day this time, okay? I'm not going to try to be some crazy badass. I'm not 25 years old. I'm 40-year-old Kevin Santiago, a.k.a. the servant of God, a.k.a. DragonWolf, but you can call me Dragon, of course. Oh, man. Guys, I want to thank you so much. I want you guys to know I love you dudes. Thank you all for all the support. Guys, I'm going to be streaming that day, so keep your eyes out, man. Keep your eyes out. Show some love. Show some support. I don't expect you to stay in that stream all damn day because I'm going to have that stream going all dang day. I'm going to have a battery pack and everything with the charger. If I have to, I'll turn my car on. I'll have a long charger that sticks into my phone. I'm going to do everything I got to do, okay? I'm going to be streaming that day, July 6th. I'm going to start streaming, I believe, at from 9:30. I believe either 9:30 or 10. I'm trying to get there early, man. I'm trying to leave here at 8. Get there at 8:30. Get weird. I don't even know what that means. We getting weird, but I'm gonna be a part of it. You're gonna be a part of it. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try and get what fighters I can, man. Cause like, imagine I should have interviewed Sensei Legolas after his amazing, incredible head kick, spinning head kick, heel kick, knockout. I'm adding words, heel kick, head kick. But guess what? I'm gonna find him. If he's there at this event, I'm gonna be interviewing him. Guys, you want to see that interview, guys? You want to talk to a man that knows what it's like to take a man's consciousness from him by spinning heel kick, head kick, knockout. I'm adding words. Dudes, I mean, I don't know about you. You might not care about MMA. You might not care about fighting. I'm passionate about it. And if you let me, I'll drag his ass out to the tool shed. I love you, dudes. I'll see you next time. That's it. I'm done. Wait, how do I turn this off? How do I stop the stream? Oh.